Hey guys, this is for Submissions 101. I'm Scott Marker, this is Shane Taylor. Hey, as I've said before in other videos, I have a real simple game. I have lots of years grappling, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu versus the amount of hours I actually have on the mat. So my games are really simple. And I teach what I call sophisticated basics. Taking moves that everybody's seen and just trying to figure out ways to make them more effective, tighter, and increasing my chances of success. And I guarantee I'm increasing the chances. So, here's a perfect example, the rear naked choke. It's been around forever. And I teach it in four main steps. And I've taught this to the very beginners, and I've also taught people who've been on the mat for years and compete, and they said they picked up an idea or two from it. So, here we go. And also, the way Shane's here, sitting down, I recommend it with a qualified instructor because the way I teach it, if you do it right, you can make somebody dizzy and you don't want to hurt somebody, have them fall down. So make them sit down. My hooks aren't in, of course, and the head's really, really important. But for demonstration purposes, I'm going to, at the first, for sure, I'm not going to have my head down here and my feet hooks in so you can see it. There's 4 steps. One is the pinch, with right to here, and I say, you put your hand in here, you kind of feel how the pinch is. And you can almost, get some discomfort there. That's the first step. So 1, the pinch. And you want to disalign his neck too. That's an extra little bonus thing there. Is you grab on it, pull it over, and you want to pinch. The next thing is you want to get your elbows together. That's 2. 1, 2 to here, right? And 3 is going to either lean forward or pull back, depending on the angle you are, where you are in his back. So you're going to lean forward or pull back. That's 3. And then 4 is going to be, you want to really expand your chest. That's 4. 1, 2, 3, either lower, forward, or back. That's 3. And 4 is taking a deep breath. So, here's a good example. The first thing you want to do here is I'm going to grab here, and you want to, and submit any submissions you do, you want to get them, unless you're trying, and there are exceptions if you're trying to trick the guy and get him at the very, very end. But when you're first learning it, or if you're just trying to put it on the traditional way, you got to make sure that they get tighter, and then the guy taps. I see a lot of people with rear naked choke fail because they're relying on just crushing the guy at the very, very end, and they miss all the steps before that to make it super tight. So here we go, 4 steps. 1, you want to disalign his neck alignment, you want to pull over, and you want to squeeze right to here, and you want to make him tap. He can actually get dizzy if I hold down that for very long. So the first thing is, I want to squeeze to here, and he's going to tap from there, right? Then the next step, a lot of people, and I've taught it like this before, is they say grab the bicep to here, but you got to be careful, a lot of people have mentioned this before, is if you start grabbing here, the guy can grab your hand. Shane here can grab your hand and defend really good, right? So, they always say, don't do this because plus it's too low, right? You want to kind of sneak behind his head. But one thing I see a lot of times is no matter how they do this, I see a lot of people will start with my elbow behind his shoulder like this. I say what you want to do is start behind his shoulder, but your next, this is 1. 2 is to get your elbows together. So you want to lift your head back and shoot that into there like this. Now look at my elbows, how close they are together, right? Where before, you're going like this, and then you have to squeeze them together. When you shoot this in here like this, they should be already most of the way tight. So now I'm behind his head, and I usually go like this with my hand, if possible. There's always exceptions. You can go up here, not the preferable way, but if you're gloves and MMA, you can still get a guy to tap. But the first thing when you're learning it, you want to go behind the head like this, make a fist, the back of his head, and then touch your elbows together. So I've eased off on this pitch right to here. Right now, the next thing you want to make him tap is to touch your elbows together. See? And that's going to make him tap there. So you make him tap here, you make him tap here, and again, you're keeping your head in for demonstration purposes. I'm going to keep my head out. And then the next thing is I'm either going to, now I got all this is in here, and I'm not squeezing them really tight, I'm just kind of firm here. Now you want to either lean forward, or you want to go back. And you got to make them tap doing that too. So that's 3. And then 4 is breathing in. And that's really big. So I'm all the way to here, and take a big deep breath. Okay? Or I can pull them back, see, and it makes me. So again, 4 steps. There's the pinch, and pinching your elbows together, right? Leaning forward, leaning back, and then taking a deep breath. In, So, I'll get in, this time I'll get in here like this. Go over here to the side, just a touch right there. Right, so again, the neck alignment, I'm coming here a lot of times, and I'll actually pull his head off a little bit, and I'm trying as much as I can to get him to tap here. Then, lift my head back, throw my head in, and I'm trying to get my elbows together, right? And then squeeze my elbows together, right? And then the next part is I'm either going to pull back, right, or lean forward. And right in this position, I probably pull back, right? So I probably pull back, make him tap, and then the last thing I'm going to do, right, is breathe. So, sophisticated basics. Keeping real simple moves that everybody's seen and just trying to figure out details to make them tighter and tighter. That's my game, keeping it simple.